What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me before I jump in here into the gym and blast my chest. Shout out to you guys, my subs. Thanks for being along for the ride to 5,000. As I've said before, it's been slow motion, but it's been motion. And slow motion is better than no motion. So let's get into the topic, man. You guys, I talked about Biden pardoning his son. Actually, I talked about it yesterday right here outside of the gym. Biden pardoning his son and how I wasn't surprised by this. And I would have did the same thing, pardoning my son. It's like, as a father, I get it. I can't sit up here and be like, oh, he shouldn't have did that. And, just some of the stuff people are saying, he shouldn't have did that. I mean, there's reasonable people that are on the other side, that are on the conservative side, that are like, they get it. It's just, why did he lie about it? He been saying for the last year he's gonna respect the process and whatever the decision is, he's gonna go with it. Just various different things over and over and over. He even had his press secretary out there on the front lines, saying, no, he's not going to pardon him. He's not going to change his mind about it, yada, yada, yada. And now, now she looking foolish because she basically was thrown under the bus. And now she's going to have to answer these questions and stuff. I mean, she's paid to, so I don't really feel sorry for her. In my opinion, she's been one of the worst White House press secretaries ever. She got this job on identity politics, but whatever. It just is all weird. The whole situation is the situation's become weird. It wasn't weird initially. Like him pardoning his son, I didn't find anything weird about that. I was like, of course he did. Of course he did. You're president of the United States. You have the ability to make this go away for your son. Why wouldn't you? So of course he did. I don't have no issue with that. Where it starts to get weird for me is looking at that it goes all the way back to 2014. Now 2014, you guys remember 10 years ago, Biden was Obama's VP. Why does this pardon go back 10 years? So he pardoned his son not only for the things that he was convicted of, but possibly things that he could be charged with. And that already was like, the pardon for the things he was convicted of course, whatever. But then, yeah, you slide over into other things he could possibly be convicted of in the future, pardon for that. And then you drag it all the way back 10 years, 2014. And it's this blanket pardon to where nothing that he may have done over the last 10 years, going back to 2014, can he be held accountable for in any way? I don't know about that, man. That's kind of sus. I can't hold y'all up. That's pretty damn sus. It's like, and I'm no conspiracy theorist, but I am a realist. And you're not going to play in my face and expect me not to notice. A pardon like that, it makes you wonder if they're hiding something. Well, no. Ain't no ifs. Ain't no if they're hiding something. Something like that, you don't want something uncovered, period. You don't want something uncovered. Whatever that is, we don't know. We can only speculate. But yeah, there is something, some skeletons, some dealings, some finagling, some fleecing. There's some activity that clearly was illegal that they don't want seeing the light of day. And if it does see the light of day, he can't be charged for it in any way, shape, or form. That sort of stuff, I don't agree with, man. Because that really, it has damage that comes along with that. There is damage that comes along with that, and it's far reaching outside of him. With this move, he has damaged the Democrat Party. He really has. This move, the pardon itself of him pardoning his son for the federal gun charge, not so much, even though it was a very bad look. Now, some will say that was damaging. I personally don't think so, but you got some that will say that was damaging because he lied to our faces for the last year and then turned around and pardoned his son anyway. Some would say that that was damaging. I say it's a bad look, but they could recover from that. Oh, it's not this guy again with the rap music. Is he listening to something? Let's see. Oh, he's got his windows up. This dude here in the big Ram. He had his windows down the other day with some craptastic rap music playing. And I ended up just starting the video over because I didn't want that nonsense. It wasn't even about the strike. It was about the fact that I didn't want that garbage in my video. I didn't want to torture you guys' ears with that. So I just started over. But this time, I don't know what he got playing, but he had the windows up, so it was muffled. But yeah, I thought it was a bad look, but not something that they couldn't recover from. This whole thing is a bad look. And not only is it a bad look, but it's damaging. It's going to have future repercussions because he's made the Democrat Party look really bad and really shady in doing a move like this. And then the fact that they're trying to like somehow make it Trump's fault for him doing this. I don't even have to tell y'all how ridiculous of a thing it is. You're doing this because you want to protect your son, period, from whatever it is that your son's been doing that you're clearly aware of. You want to protect your son. Trying to make this about somebody else is silly. It's not about anybody else. It's about you and trying to protect your son. And to be quite honest, Biden, I believe in doing this, is protecting himself also. It's not totally just about his son. I think some dirt has been happening. Now, to be honest with you, I think all politicians got some dirt on them. I really do. I think it's a dirty game, and they all got dirt on them. Like Denzel said in Training Day, you got to have some dirt on you in order for people to trust you. That's exactly how I feel about politics. I think that sums up politics perfectly. So I think they all have got some dirt on them. But the point that I'm trying to make is that there must be some dirt that Biden has out there, something that he's done that if his son gets exposed, he will also be exposed. And he doesn't want that. And I mean, look at his son. You could tell he's some pampered brat that's all his life daddy has fixed his fuck ups. And in the event that he were to be pressed, he might talk. I mean, granted, you would think, oh, I'm not going to betray my father. I'm not going to flip. You could look at him and tell he not that guy. He's not that guy. He going to flip. He's going to talk. He will sell out. He will sell out even his old man if it means him getting away, because that's the sort of sniveling individual that he's always appeared as. I mean, look, dude was at the White House and they found a powdery substance. Now, nobody flat out said that it was him, but come on now. We're not silly here. This situation with this blanket 10-year part, it is so absurd that you have the women on The View fighting amongst each other about this whole thing. And you know how left-leaning they are, and no matter how stupid a thing that someone on the left does, they will defend it. I mean, they will defend it. They will find some way to spin it to make the stupid thing somehow righteous or beneficial to the American people. You even got them fighting amongst each other over this. This is how bad it is, because not all of them can get on board. The usual suspects get on board, like Whoopi and what is it? I don't know the Latin chick's name, but her and Sunny Hostin, of course. But you have the one other chick on there who I believe is also left-leaning, but she's a bit more objective than the other ones. She's just like, nah, I don't like this, man. I'm not feeling this whatsoever. You got people like Stephen A. Smith, who, you know, always is leaning left. You know, Stephen A. Smith, the reason why he's very strange to me is because this man sat up and made one of the best cases I've ever heard for why Trump won the election, and then followed up with, but I voted for Kamala. Like, seriously, that man listed off, he was like, he wasn't surprised he won, and listed off all the things that were important to the American people that the Democrats were not addressing. He acknowledged how the Democrats were all focusing on all the wrong stuff, things that people just didn't care about. They were too caught up on reproductive rights and totally ignoring everything else. You got inflation, gas is up, milk and eggs is up, the housing market is just crazy right now. You know, stuff's pretty damn messed up. The migrant problem, the border being wide open, crime on the rise. I mean, he listed off so many things that the Democrats just simply would not focus on that were very important to the American people. And he's like, this is why they voted for Donald Trump, because they believe he'll get these things in order based on his previous track record. And then he says all this and is like, but I didn't vote for him. I voted for Kamala. But you got a guy like that who, no matter how big these people's failures are, and turns around and defends them. You got even him saying this is some BS. So do with that what you will. When you have the usual shills even calling out saying this was some BS, you know stuff is shady. I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I'm gonna get in here and hit this workout. Again, I thank y'all for riding along with me on the road to 5,000. Let me get in here. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.